And then there's another type of prosperity I'm winding up called generational prosperity. That is letting what you work for live beyond you. Leaving a legacy. Generational prosperity, transgenerational prosperity is legacy. Is having a succession. You know, Pastor David, my time comes and I go, and then Dominion City dies. That's failure. Success without succession is failure. Where are the other people you raise? Where are the people who will continue with what you started? Training your children well. Raising your successors. Growing leaders. Leaving a legacy behind. Then you succeed beyond the grave. And then beyond that one is what is called the ultimate prosperity. And the ultimate prosperity is eternity, making heaven. After all said and done here, Paul said, if only in this life that we have hope, we are of most men miserable. When this life is over, where are you going to be? If you go to hell, that will be the greatest mistake of your life. It will be the worst thing that you did to yourself. Because it's not for 1 week, it's not for 5 years. Evangelist Chukwuka was talking about spending 8 years in prison. And he was supposed to spend more than 10 years and then finally 8. That place, they don't reduce sentence. It's forever. Forever in what condition? It's better that you spend your whole life in Nigerian prison, packed like sardine, one person's this way, the other person this way, being beaten with mosquitoes, sleeping with your poo-poo and urine. If you visit some of these prisons, you will see the condition human beings are living in. It's better that you die eating even your feces than to go to hell. If you go to hell, that's the worst mistake of your life. People who care about eternity, people who have their mind on eternity, care about how they live now. God said to that rich man, you're a fool. You only live for yourself. Tonight, your soul is required for you. You can see how that many politicians we are producing in Nigeria are big fools. Steal everything in the coffer, steal what should be used to build school, what we are supposed to use to build roads, what should have been invested in community development, just to dump it somewhere, and is helping countries that are already prosperous prosper more. While our own countrymen are roaming about looking for jobs. God said you're a big fool. He said tonight your soul is required. How God pays such people. He has a special place in hell for them. People don't know. They wonder about rich man and Lazarus. What is it that sent the rich man to hell? The Bible did not say that he stole. The Bible did not say that he was sleeping with somebody's wife. What was the issue? After all that money he made, there was a poor man that sits at his gate, and dogs would go licking the poor man's wound. He fell to take care of that one poor man. When God blesses you, he puts a Lazarus near your gate, near your house. That Lazarus will decide your eternal fate. You know, I told you the story of the rich man in the Bible. God called him a fool. There was another rich man called Rockefeller. How many of you have heard about Rockefeller? Everybody talks about Rockefeller, U.S. Let me read a little, and that's where I leave you. Come on, Reverend. You can help me read out. Look at the story of Rockefeller. Please give him volume.
Rockefeller, the richest man in the world, the first millionaire in the world. By age 25, he controlled one of the largest oil refineries in the nation.
That's US. Yes.
By age 31, he had become the world's largest oil refiner.
By 31, he had become the world's largest oil refiner.
By age 38, he commanded 90% of the oil refined in the US.
Can you imagine? 90%? One young man at age 38. Yes?
By the time of his retirement at age 58, he was the richest man in the country, US. By the time he died, he had become the richest man in the world.
This is the richest man in the world at that time, the beginning of his time. Yes.
As a young man, every decision, attitude, and relationship was tailored to create his personal power and wealth.
Do you see what drove him like the rich man in the Bible? His personal power, personal wealth. Yes.
But at the age of 53, he became ill.
So at 53, the creator of the universe said, it's now time to collect your soul. You are now the richest man in the US, but you have lived only for yourself. It's time for you to go home. Yes?
His entire body became racked with pain, and he lost all his hair.
He lost all his hair. He was living in pain, yes?
In complete agony. The world's only billionaire could buy anything he wanted, but he could only digest milk and crackers.
The only thing he could digest his stomach now is only milk and crackers.
An associate,
he can buy anything now. He can't, the money can't help him, yes?
An associate wrote, he could not sleep, would not smile, and nothing in life meant anything to him. His personal, highly skilled physician predicted he would die within a year.
So his doctor said he has only 1 year to live. Nothing meant anything anymore. There is a type of sickness, and when death has fastened itself on you, you will see the futility of life ambitions. You will understand what Solomon meant when he said, all is vanity. That was the wealthiest man of that time too. Yes, go ahead.
That year passed agonizingly slow. As he approached death, he awoke one morning with a vague remembrance of a dream about not being able to take any of his successes with him into the next world.
So one morning he woke up and it dawned on him, all the money, I'm about to die, I can't take any of these things with me to the next world. Yes?
The man could control the business world, suddenly realized he was not in control of his own life. He was left with a choice. He called the attorneys, accountants, and managers and announced that he wanted to channel his assets to hospitals, research, and mission work.
Now watch. He called his attorney. He said, I can't take this thing with me. Now I need to channel all of it to building hospitals and equipping hospitals, to academic research in the universities, especially in the area of health, to find cure to some of these things killing people all over the world. And the third one is my money is for financing missions. Baptist mission benefited millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars from Rockefeller Foundation. Yes, go ahead.
He attended a Baptist church. He was faithful working for God in the church, cleaning the house of God until he died.
Now I want you to see from 58 to his death, cleaning in the church happily, working for God, financing the gospel, financing academic institutions, financing health institutions. Watch, yes?
On that day, John D. Rockefeller established his foundation.
That's how the Rockefeller Foundation was established, yes?
This new direction eventually led to the discovery of penicillin.
So his research, the money he pumped, led to the discovery of penicillin, yes?
Cures for malaria and tuberculosis.
The cure for tuberculosis, the cure for malaria, yes?
But perhaps the most amazing...
You can imagine, all of you are enjoying treatment for malaria, what killed millions of people before, and there was no cure. Now there is help for tuberculosis, there is penicillin. Antibiotics now available. Because somebody donated his life earnings to help the world, save the world. Well, watch. Yes?
But perhaps the most amazing part of Rockefeller's story is that the moment he began to give back a portion of all that he earned, his body's chemistry was altered.
Are you people seeing? The man was supposed to die, but the moment he started giving and found a worthy cause and started financing mission, and souls were being won all over the world, people were now being treated in hospitals, academic research and institutions, universities were benefiting. God said, the angel that turned the switch off, put it back on. And all of a sudden, the incurable thing that was killing him, his body chemistry became altered. Watch, yes?
So significantly that he got better.
The man began to get better, yes?
It looked as if he would die at 53, but he lived to be 98.
Everybody shout hallelujah! Yes?
Rockefeller learned gratitude and gave back the vast majority of his wealth. Doing so made him whole. It is only one thing to be healed. It is another to be made whole. Before his death, he wrote this in his diary. I was early taught to work as well as play. My life has been one long, happy holiday, full of work and full of play. I dropped the worry on the way, and God was good to me every day.
Thank you, sir. This is the kind of gospel Jesus Christ preached. This is what Nigerian society needs. This is what you need, my brothers and sisters. We have taken national youth to the north, to the west, and we are bringing it, taking it to the different states in the southeast. If this is not truth, I won't come here to tell you this. Reorganize your life. God also wants you to be financially prosperous. We're not telling you it's bad. But there are things that are more important than money. Put your priorities right. Put money where it belongs. Meanwhile, if you develop yourself, develop your capital, and then you add working hard to it, you will have money. You will. Money comes when you start solving problems, creating products and services that will add value to other people, when you start touching other people's life. It doesn't come from living a self-absorbed life.